Mr. PerryKitchen. Steve, you got a little?
I'll let him sit down so he can watch it.
Cause I'll be working overtime. They told me that I couldn't, and I shouldn't even try. Ever since I was a child, working for a while, overtime. Say I don't wanna be a cowboy from a cutthroat town with tattooed skin and nobody around. Your songs sound the same, you'll never make a name for yourself. But I can straighten out my whole damn life, and granddaddy worked his double till the day he died. Said never let this world's earthly pride get you down. No matter who you know, no matter what you do, I'll be coming out of earth when it's all through. And you'll be there asking yourself why. So hold on tight.
Give you a little business plug. I'll take it.
So to introduce Perry, we're going to call up our 2024 Hall of Fame inductee, Mr. Isang Jacob, whose name has come up justifiably a few times tonight. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you, Coach. Well, I hope I can do this. Perry called me, and he said, Coach, I would like for you to introduce me into the Hall of Fame. I just came out of a meeting, and I didn't know how to take that. I was emotional. My assistant was like, Coach, she's like, are you okay? I said, I just got a call to introduce a fine young man. As you can see, the accomplishment of those players, I'm a proud papa today. You know, like Mr. Gadish tried to speak Nigerian, which he didn't make it well. But I want to focus on Perry, and I want to focus on three things about this young man. The first day he showed up for practice, I call him Chihuahua. He was the smallest guy on the team. And I was just talking to Sean McGrath, his teammate. He goes, I remember that practice. And his brother was a part of the team. And we have, people were talking about playing up or not playing up. I look at guys, I said, he's playing on the team. I don't care which position he's going to take, but he's going to be on the team. Why? It was his work ethic. And I would say to him, I said, Perry, please don't go after guys that are bigger than you. But that's what he did. But he never lost those battles. That is a man that is determined to be successful and not be stopped. And you've heard that about Ray as well, and you've heard that about Matt Hedges. What separates Perry also next is his leadership. Yes, he was the youngest, but I knew, you can tell that he has that leadership in him. You know, I've never, between Perry, Ray, and Matt, we used to, you know, as the players, you know, I'm like, where's the trash talkers there? He goes, yeah, have you been next to Perry playing? He makes them go mad, so they just lose their head when they're playing against him. But he had the leadership. Our first state championship, I know Franklin was there, so every one of them, our very first state championship, the way he carried, he goes, Coach, we're not losing this game. We are not losing. That is the leadership. He didn't have to wear the captain armband, and I can say this proudly, that all three players were captains, and they learned that leadership. And lastly, humanitarian. Perry cares about everybody. And I know that. Being on the receiving end, Perry, you probably remember Penn State Akron.
Yes.
And that's the year they won the national championship. And the game was chaos. Their jersey was stolen. You know, they didn't even have enough jersey. It was a Big Ten game. I mean, it was on Big Ten Network. They had to delay the game. You know, Caleb Porter was livid. You know, among all that, the game finished and Akron won that game on a dramatic way. And he left the locker room. I don't know if you remember that. And his teammates were like, no, we're going. He goes, no. He walked up and Caleb came up and said, I got to talk to my coach. That's the man that helped me get here. I don't remember that. You know, all I did was I thank God giving me the opportunity to serve. And we've always said this, that our job is to produce fine young men. Yes, they've talked about the soccer accomplishment that they've had. Is the person that they've become. The contribution that they've made to the community. He did in Akron. Everywhere that he's played as a professional athlete. I am proud to be able to say, I remember when that journey started. And in the words that you said to me, and I look at the picture, I shared the picture with Steve Franklin. You know, he goes, you've had an impact in my soccer career. Perry, I want to say you've had an impact in my life as well. Every player that I've coached. I have lawyers, I have doctors, I have engineers. So the professional soccer is all there, but they've become great family men. And I cannot even continue without thanking your parents. I think your dad figured out he works with glasses. He goes, I think you need glasses. I remember. I said, what do you mean? You think I'm blind? He goes, Coach, I'll get you your glasses. So my first pair of glasses was by his dad. I went back and then he retired. But I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, you're graced and blessed to be here. I want to bring Mr. And I can say that not Chihuahua, PerryKitchen into the Indiana Hall of Fame. Perry, I love you, brother.
Thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, I'm glad I was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. That was very kind. Appreciate all your support over the years and teaching me, giving me the opportunity to play. My wife probably hasn't heard Chihuahua. What's that?
You have a new nickname.
Yeah. Also, congrats to Ray and Matt as well. Great careers. I was looking, I think combined we're over 1,000 games, which is pretty nuts. So I'd say outside of the class with DeMarcus Beasley, we've got to be up there as one of the best classes. Beasley's tough to beat. I think he has 4 World Cups, so that's speaks for itself. Next, want to thank God, of course, just for the opportunity that He's given me, the gifts that He's given me to live my dream is, yeah, just amazing. Sorry, I didn't think I would get. Thank my family and my parents as well. The dedication early on was massive. I played for a few clubs around town, and I know how big of a commitment that is now that I have kids. But I think after Indy Burn, I started playing for Chicago Magic. All of you are smart. Indy and Chicago are not close to each other. So many weekends driving up to Chicago or Rockville. And I'm just very grateful for that. It was a huge commitment. Want to thank all the coaches, staff, teammates that I had as well over the years. Too many to name, but it's, as Ray and Matt know, it's such a cool opportunity to play with so many guys from different countries, different backgrounds. Soccer truly is the world's game, and that was, yeah, just a great experience. Next, want to thank, or most importantly, want to thank Alexa, my wife, who's here tonight. She's been with me pretty much since the start when I was in residency. So I guess 2008, 2009. So she's, yeah, been there with me for the moves, the transitions, adjusting to new cities, new teams, new countries even. So thank you so much. Funny story. She's not going to think it's so funny, but when we were in Scotland, Edinburgh, playing for Hearts, I was there about a year and a half. I knew there was a new coach that came in. I'd fallen out of favor just a bit. So I was heading into the new season thinking I might be moving. I wasn't sure, but we went on a preseason trip to Dublin, Ireland, and I got a call from my agent saying, hey, there's a team in Denmark that's interested. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I want to see the offer. I want to see what the deal is. Turned out it was a good deal. I was happy about the project and what it would be, and I took the deal while I was in preseason. I was on a plane the next day. Alexa was in Scotland by herself. She was responsible for getting everything moved to Denmark, getting us out of Edinburgh. You're probably scarred a little bit, honestly, but she moved us from Scotland to Denmark by herself. To this day, I've still not been back to Edinburgh. I didn't go back. I haven't been back in 8 years. So I just left for preseason and was, gone, never to return. So just goes to show the support that I had from her through this journey. It's not easy. Everyone sees all the bright spots, which are great. I wouldn't trade the experiences for anything, but appreciate all that, babe. And I'm wrapping up here. And lastly, just thank you to Indiana Soccer for this award. Thanks for putting this on, and thank you all for being here.
Stay up here, Perry. Stay up here.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Stay up here. Just say his opinion. You seeing the good? In the eye? Yep, there we go. Your side, whichever way you want it.
Good spot.
It's your pin.
Yeah, I'll take it.